Hey guys, it's Arcade and I'm back with another video. And in this one I'm gonna do the tier list and I'm just gonna jump in on the trend. I rarely do this, but I thought it would be a pretty cool idea to just kind of express my opinion. And I'm gonna do this on music producers who make EDM. So we got a few of them here. Of course I didn't include all the music producers. You might be thinking, where's this guy, where's that guy? Well, I just picked a few names that I know the best, and yeah, I'm gonna just sort them out in these categories, as you can see, S being the best tier and F being the worst. And if you wanna add some music producers, or you would change the tier that I put them in, just comment down below the name of the producer and what tier you would put them in, and I'll make sure to read all the comments and see your opinions. And of course I wanna make sure you understand that this is just my opinion. It could change anytime. It's just how I feel about these music producers right now. So if you disagree, that's okay. It's really subjective. So yeah, let's get started sorting these guys out. So first we have Porter Robinson, which will definitely be in the higher tiers. I mean, I love his music. He seems like a chill guy. He has his unique style and didn't really fall into this trap of fame and money. And he just keeps doing his own thing. So I think Porter Robinson, so let's just put him in the A tier, which is really great. And yeah, that's where I feel he would fit. Then we have Axwell and Ingrosso. So these guys, they have a few good songs. They have a few really successful songs as well. They are a bit too commercial, but they make good music. They are just not one of those artists that I would think are crazy good or crazy creative. They have good songs that are nice to listen to, and I think they fit in the C tier, which is good but nothing extremely special, I guess. Then we have the FatRats, and the FatRat, I think he's a really cool guy. I even had a chance to chat with him a little. He really cares about his fans and stuff, and he releases all the music for free, and I think you can even use it in your videos for free. So this guy really just cares about the music. He's definitely one of a kind, and his music is really unique. He's definitely not all about the money or something like that. So I think he deserves the S tier. Okay, so next we got the Chainsmokers. So the Chainsmokers, super commercial music. I mean, I think they are the ones that are just trying to make money, become more famous, and that's the music they put out, you know. Still, there are songs that I like. I mean, it's hard not to like them when you hear them in the radio all the time, so they just kind of get stuck in your head. I mean, they are okay, and all the producers that I have on this list, none of them are like really bad, but if I compare it with the other producers, I just think Chainsmokers deserve, I mean, I'm gonna put them in the D tier. I'm probably gonna piss off a few people here. Even though they have some pretty good catchy songs, it all seems a little bit like they just do it for money and fame. But I still gotta respect their success, and I still like some of the songs, but I think compared to the other artists, they are like in the D tier. So now we have Cago Wage. I really like his style, but also he leans more towards the songs that the radio will pick up, that will make a lot of money and stuff like that. You can hear it in the music. Like once he had success with one song, he just kept creating similar songs. That being said, I mean, he's probably the best at like tropical house and this type of uplifting music. And he's one of those people who invented it, not necessarily invented it, but made it famous. And I like his music. I think I'm gonna put him in the C rank. Actually, let's put him in the B rank. Yeah, I can already see the people just like hating on me, but it's just my opinion. Who cares, right? Then we have Flume, and there's no doubt that Flume is one of the most unique artists out there, and I'm really happy to see that he just keeps on creating different kinds of music. Some of them have huge success, some of them don't, but I think just because of the creativity and the fact that he just keeps on doing his thing, I'm gonna put him in the A category. Then we have deadmau5, and this is the type of artist who just creates his own music, doesn't really care about the trends or doesn't try to like fit his style into what's like popping right now. He just keeps creating his own thing, he has his own style, and honestly it's just so unique, and it's incredible how successful he is while keeping this unique style going. And he just seems so authentic with everything he does. It really seems like he just loves to make music. So I'm gonna put him in the S category next to the FatRats. And some of you might disagree with this, but deadmau5 has been a huge inspiration for me, so that's where I rank him. You can of course disagree, it's fine. Then we got Zedd, and Zedd, I mean, this is a hard one for me because I used to love Zedd so much. His music was so good, so unique, so well mixed back in the day. Like in 2012, I think, was his first album. That was the music that made him famous, and there was a lot of unique tracks in that album. Nowadays, he leans more towards the radio stuff, you know, the commercial stuff that he knows will make him money and make him more famous. At least that's how I feel about him. I really do respect his how he became successful, his old music. Nowadays, he has some good songs, no doubt about that, but at the same time, I kind of feel that those songs are not created with the same kind of passion that his old songs were created with, because now he's more aware what's gonna be successful as what's gonna make him money. So I'll put Zedd in the C category. In 2012, he would probably be in the A or S category, but nowadays I just feel like C category is right. His music is good, he's kind of unique, but he's also fell to the trap of the fame and money, I guess. Anyways, now we got Calvin Harris, which, yeah, also one of those where I can't decide properly. I mean, he used to make some crazy music really far back in the day, and those songs are pretty fun. I mean, a lot of you probably didn't even hear them because he wasn't famous back then, but then he became famous with his new music, and he made a hit song after hit song. It was crazy, and they were good songs, and they were pretty unique as well. Nowadays, he just keeps on making music. I feel like that's the music he likes, and as you can see, I don't just rank the music, but I also rank the overall feel that I get about the artist. Because a really important thing for me, at least, when it comes to music, is the intention it was made with. Like, did this person really enjoy making the music, or did they just kind of make it to make money? And I feel like you can really tell which one it was. You can see if someone was having fun with the song, or they just have this step by step, let's make it this way, and it will for sure make us a lot of money, you know? But Calvin Harris is one of those where I'm not sure, really, but his music is alright, and I'm gonna put him in the C category. I guess it's C for commercial. I mean, I consider the C category pretty good, you know? It's not like these are bad artists, they are pretty good artists. Okay, now we have David Guetta. So, where do we put this guy, you know? I mean, he's a huge artist, obviously, but there's like a question mark. Does he even make his own music? Does he use ghost producers? And is he on drugs in this clip? Well, all of those questions, you know, could be answered, but I just think like this guy he's too old, I guess. He's too old for this EDM scene, and I feel like he doesn't really care that much anymore, so I would think that he would use ghost producers. I mean, he was huge back in the day, but nowadays he's like still a really known artist, but I just don't feel like he's that respected in the music community, and I feel like I'm gonna put him in the E category. I hate to do this, but someone has to be in the E category, and I guess it's David Guetta. Then we have Alan Walker, another one of those who are like, does he use ghost producers? Because of the interview he did where he showed how he makes his music, and he didn't really know anything about the process. I feel like it could have been just because he doesn't speak English. Maybe you can speak English a bit, but when you are on an interview and you are trying to explain something that you never explained in English, I mean, it could be hard, so I kind of believe that he makes his own music and he just fucked up the interview. Either way, he's also one of those people who just made a really successful song, saw the opportunity to make more money, and just now he keeps on making similar songs to that song, I guess, so they get played in the radio and stuff. I mean, he definitely has some good songs out there. I feel like a lot of them are really similar and have the same vibe. And you know, it's cool to have your own style and stuff like that, but I just feel like he does that because obviously he knows that's the songs that are gonna sell, that are gonna be played a lot. So I'm just gonna put him in the C category. There's a lot of people here. Anyways, now we got Skrillex, which again, I respect him a lot. He was probably one of the biggest EDM artists of all time. I mean, he just blew up with the dubstep thing, and I feel like he kept on doing his thing, even though he became like really famous. He kept on doing his thing, he kept on changing the style, just making whatever he wants, and it worked all the time. Every time he created some new song, it was something unique. but people loved it. Nowadays he doesn't release as much music, which is unfortunate. I would definitely love to hear more of his music. I think he's a really creative soul and a huge inspiration to me as well. I'm gonna put him in the A category, the A rank right here. Now we got Tiesto. Another name that's like, you hear it, you know who it is, but you also think like, oh yeah, this is the DJ type guy. You know, you don't think this is the creative music producer, you think this is the EDM DJ. Also, Tiesto is kind of like David Guetta a little bit. I mean, he seems like a cool guy, but he also is getting kind of old for this generation, I guess. So chances are he's also hiring some ghost producers. I mean, these guys have been doing it for a while, and it probably gets pretty boring at some point. And I don't blame them. Like, I still like some of his songs as well, but I just feel like he's kind of a generic DJ nowadays. Just a big name back in the day. Nowadays, he's not making a huge impact on the EDM anymore. I think I'm gonna put him in the D category. Then we have Kashmir. Is there even anyone who doesn't love Kashmir? He's a great guy, tries to help the whole community. His music is probably underrated as well. It's great music and it doesn't get as much plays, but he makes some great music, he makes great sample packs, and I feel like he's just the type of guy who's trying to keep the music producer community together, so he's making a huge impact there, so I'm just gonna put him in the A category as well. Then we got Martin Garrix, and this is a huge name in the EDM. One of the artists that became so successful, and you gotta respect that. I mean, he makes some great music, and a lot of the times he keeps it unique. He just does what he wants. Sure, he's got a lot of music that is kind of commercial, but he also keeps it fresh with a lot of different songs, and I respect him a lot. He's definitely been a huge inspiration as well, and he seems like pretty smart, doesn't really let the fame or money affect him much, so I'm gonna put him in the B category. Keep on doing what you're doing. Anyways, now we got Marshmello. So Marshmello, I guess he's kind of controversial nowadays. You get this guy who also just became so successful without even speaking a word, and he created this brand in EDM that is this face. Everyone probably recognizes it nowadays, and he definitely had some unique style in the beginning, and he keeps on pushing this style still today. But also, what I said, he's just kind of a brand nowadays, so definitely seems like part of like a big corporation trying to make money and stuff like that. So it's not about the music anymore. You know, if you just listen to the music of Marshmello and there would be no brand, you probably wouldn't even care. It probably wouldn't be as successful. When you put the brand of the face to the music, it even changes how you look at the music, it changes everything. So it's crazy how much we get affected by the marketing, and Marshmello is probably the best example that shows that marketing and the brand can be even more important than the music, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. I mean, nowadays he doesn't even have to DJ himself. All the ads and all the things he does, it might not even be actually the guy behind the mask. He could just hire someone to do it for him, which is kind of funny, but oftentimes it might be the case. I mean, he made it work really well. I just don't feel like he's staying true to the music. I'm gonna put him in the C category. The reason I put him in the C and not the D, because he still has his unique style and you cannot take that away from him. So now we got Oliver Heldens. Oliver Heldens is also kind of a unique guy in the whole EDM community. I feel like he's pretty different from all the other guys. I mean, he doesn't do anything crazy with his music. He just kind of tries to stay in this future house style that he always made. When I check his Instagram or something, he usually just posts some awkward dancing on the stage or something like that. But he seems like a really chill guy. I feel like you cannot hate this guy. He's just doing his thing. He knows he's just making music. People like the music. He's not trying to do anything crazy. I respect that, and I think I'm gonna put him in the B category as well. Dimitri, Vegas, and Like Mike. So these guys, I mean, someone has to be in the F rank, and these guys are probably the most generic DJs out there. Their music is so generic. I don't know if they created themselves or they use ghost producers, but it's just like the classic EDM big room house or whatever. And I just feel like everything about these guys is super generic. I watched their Tomorrowland set and it was good. Like, I like the live shows. As far as music producers, these guys are probably the F rank. That being said, I'm not hating on them or anything. I'm not hating on anyone really, but this is just my opinion on how I rank these guys in these tiers. I have to put someone in the F rank, and out of all these producers, I feel like these are the most generic ones. Just nothing stands out about their music. I think the F rank is appropriate, even though you can still like their music or whatever. If I was on a festival and they are playing, I would probably go check them out anyways, so that's that. Then the last artist I have here is Don Diablo, and he's one of those guys that people also love. He created a really unique style of future house. He had his own thing kind of going. Even he has the label where he releases music that's also similar to his style. And yeah, definitely one of those guys who just tries to make his own music, tries to market himself so he stays relevant, but he's not like trying to completely change the way he makes music just to make money or become famous. So I'm gonna put him in the B rank as well. So yeah, I think this is how I rank these music producers. You might disagree with some of it, which is completely reasonable. I mean, everybody got their own taste, their own experiences with music and stuff. Everyone's gonna see this differently, but this is how I see it. I mean, I might change my mind one day, maybe even tomorrow. You might say something in the comments and I will be like, yeah, I guess you're right. At this point, when I'm making this video, this is how I feel about ranking these guys. And let me know what you think, and let me know if you wanna add some artists, and let me know what tier you would put them in. So yeah, thank you for watching guys, and thanks for reaching 100,000 subscribers. That's incredible. I was so happy, I just jumped out of bed, and so when I saw I have 100k, and it might not seem like a lot to a lot of you, but for me it's a huge success. So yeah, thanks for that. It's literally only thanks to you, because you are the subscribers. I appreciate it a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching this different video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.